Don't blink, it's your blink. Hope you're doing well, because having a wonderful day on this 16th September 2025. I am so sorry the video cut off because, again, didn't have any storage, which is a real freaking shame, but hey, it's all good in the hood. I don't know where we were, so we're gonna restart. We did a couple minutes of episode 19, Terry's Kitten. I think we got the cold opening down. I'm going to repeat it very slowly, very fast, which is going to be cool. Sorry, guys, I'm dealing with only one phone of good storage, so there's not much I can do here. There's not much I can do. Oh. 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 Okay. We'll do this. Oh my god, imagine if I uploaded to the wrong channel. I would have myself. S2. Good. Good. Perfect. So we had a second file uploading, but this one is a lot smaller, so it's gonna take less time. And if I'm done with this, we're gonna have 21 gig off. So Old went back to France, and this is super cool because he went to see Kevin, and now he's feeling super not moody. So then Jake see that he's in a good mood and said, like, yo, let's get adventure events. Let's ask him for something. He wants a tank. However, Hitchcock and Scully goes to talk to him and say that he gained some weight in Paris, so they make fun of his weight, which gets Old in a bad mood. And that's pretty much the episode. So Jake says, let's forget the tank, and Old is like, yo, I gained 4 pounds. 4 pounds in Paris. At the beginning of the episode, we got Terry, who's receiving kittens, which is a nice segment, I guess. But then it's his old squad that are making fun of him. So what happened is, on his first case, he found they were really bad with him. They were saying like, oh, you get to do this when you solve a case. You're not a real cop until you solve a case. So until you solve a case, you don't get advantages. See, because we're tired, I'm talking very badly. And I'm sorry, but we're almost done with today. We're almost done. It's going to be 9 o'clock and a half. We're going to be watching till 12. I'm going to be watching till 12:30, and then for the rest of the time, we'll just do some recap. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'll go sleep. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. And he followed the case. Okay, I don't remember this. So then they find this guy. This guy is the guy behind it, the abandoned crime. But he's in a wheelchair. He's paralyzed. So he says that he fell from a roof, and because he fell from a roof, well, his fan was broken down in multiple places. Which, surprise, it's not true. That's the whole episode. So there's a cat next to him, and they think the cat did it. So this is funny because they make fun of Terry. Charles and Gina figure out that Pimento is living, and this is gonna be one of the coolest fucking scene ever. This episode is Charles Boyle's masterpiece. The whole episode is about Terry and proving that Terry was right. So they stop making fun of him, but the episode ends up being about Charles. So what happened, you may ask? And an answer I may give. Charles goes in and he tells Pimento, like, you know what, you're in a bad position, you want to sleep at my place, you're more than welcome. However, Pimento big dicks Charles. He's like, well, tough luck, this is my place now. And Gina, the whole time, she's like, Charles, you gotta put on your big boy pants, and you gotta kick him out. But then Charles has this mentality that so Gina used the term, you gotta show her who's the alpha. So Charles goes in and said, you know what, if I'm a nice enough beta, the alpha will protect me. And she's like, no, this doesn't work, you're crazy. And then Charles acts like a beta the whole time. I can't stop, I have to tell you the punch. So at the end, Gina feels bad for Pimento. If she feels bad for Charles, so she gives shit to Pimento. It's like, yo, you're gonna respect Charles, you're gonna give him back thing that you owe him, you're gonna pay him rent, and you're gonna apologize for how you treated him. And then Gina says, you know what? Charles like, wow, Gina, you really did it. You're so incredible. And Gina's like, you're right. All you needed was to be alpha. And Boyle says, well, maybe all along you were the alpha, and I just got the alpha to protect me. which is mic drop. He got Gina to do the dirty job for him because she pitied him, and that was exactly his plan. So small dick move, but a small dick move that works. You know, they say size doesn't matter. Well, in this case, it didn't. Um. Okay, so we got a cool episode, which is Alt. He goes in and said, "Listen, there is a training for disarming a bomb, and I want everybody in the precinct to partake in it." Everybody is not down until so there's two people that are down, Amy and Rosa, because they're competitive, and Amy's like, "Yo, Rosa, I can do it better than you do," which is kind of cool because now they have this relationship, but it's not a new relationship. We saw that in the episode where they're fighting their fears, which was 2 episodes ago. So yeah, so this is kind of cool. Hitchcock and Scully goes in because they figure out that there's free food, and Old goes in because he wants to show lead by example. And the funny thing is, Old, Rosa, and Amy are super competitive. The whole time the competition is between Amy and Rosa, but little did they know, Old is also part of the race, and it's just so fucking nice. It is just so fucking nice. Critical hit. We're done. Funny card's gonna take me a while. Holy shit. I'm not sure I can do it. So Terry is trying to sell the kitten, and Jake decides he's gonna help him, which is super cool. So Jake says that way to stop it is to fix to solve the old case that made him the laughing stock. So this is super cool. There's kitten involved, which is I realize the kittens are adorable. We have again Terry and Jake that are kind of finding leads. They're doing pretty good. But the sad part is it doesn't lead nowhere. It doesn't lead nowhere. The guy that was supposed to be there is actually clean. He's not the culprit. However, Jake finds something. So the guy says that he broke his back in '94, which is not true because he bought some Jordan, and those Jordans are '95 Jordan. So why buy a new pair of shoes if you don't need them? Yeah, kind of cool, huh? And that's pretty much it. We have the competition, which Old is the biggest winner, which is kind of freaking cool. Super good scene, super good CGI, where Jake and Terry goes ledge, and they're super afraid. So this is really cool because it shows how much a production goes into it, and production equates to effort. So this is kind of nice. This is the old squad of Terry said, "Hey, we're not gonna allow you to because it's another precinct. We're not gonna allow you to just go around the precinct and do your thing without us knowing." So this is kind of cool. So yeah, so the ending is yeah, the ending is the old Gina and no old Rosa and Amy failed because the inspector thing they were not serious. Scully and Hitchcock passed, which is the ultimate joke because they're the biggest loser in the precinct, but they still beat them. They solved the case. Jake knocks at the door. The guy forgets he's on a chair and ends up being arrested. And Terry proved that he is innocent. So this is kind of fucking funny. And guess what? This is the episode. Real good episode. It's insane good. Guess what? Oh yeah, so the cold opening is, and this is the way to do it. I don't like what a cold open has to do with the episode, because to me a cold open should be its own thing, right? However, and this one they do the perfect thing. What is the perfect thing, you may ask? It's super cool. Okay, so holy shit, this uploaded very nicely too. So we now have 12 gigs of space. Cha-ching. Cha-ching. You know what's even better than 12 gigs of space? Not that we're uploading 10 gigs. Ew. That is not good. Okay, so give me a sec. Give me a reason to run and hide. Give me a reason to burn this house down. Give me a reason, I wish you would. I wish you would. Wish you would. Give me a reason to disaster, and I'll be here ever after. Give me a reason to earn and run. I wish you would. Wish you would. Oopsies. People literally posting porn on Instagram. What is this world becoming to? Now, why is that a good news? Because by posting this videos, I got 12 gigs out. Now we are posting a video that is 10 gigs and it will take 20 minutes. This will not last 20 minutes. But I have time for another episode. And when I'm going to finish with this episode, I'm going to be transferring a file once again. And because I'm going to be transferring a file, the surprise happens. More space on here. And we're now making less content that we're uploading. So this is great news. Almost dropped the phone. So they're talking about the cold open here is actually pretty good because it has to do with this is how to put the plot of the show in a very cool way. So they do a Pimento and Rosa are against the guy. In between, Rosa asked Pimento asked Rosa to marry him, and Rosa said hi. Oh my god, I'm so wake up ink. No more energy drinks. So Rosa goes to Jake. Pimento asked Rosa to marry him. She said yes. Rosa goes to Jake as a favor and says, listen, Pimento wants it his best man. He has to act surprised and I hope you will. So he accepts. Problem is, Terry does not approve of Pimento. Now, Jake's mission is to get Terry to approve of Pimento because Terry means a lot to Rosa. So yeah, that's pretty much the episode. Oh yeah. So this is super cool. Super cool. So Jake talks about a bachelor party, and then Pimento goes in and said, "Oh, I'm going to invite everybody from the precinct except for Charles." Rosa called dibs on that. So Rosa chose Charles as a bridesmaid, but it's a co-bridesmaid. So they have bachelor party, and this is super. My apologies. My apologies. This is from Kid Boga. I'm tired. We're doing so much content today. You don't understand. We literally did 6 hours of content today, and we're not done. Will we ever be done? That's the question, my friends. That is the question, and I don't know. That's the answer to your question, by the way. Just saying, no big deal. So they all have parties. They don't know what to do for the bridesmaids. What they do is they do 3 bridesmaids, and we're gonna choose who wins, right? Terry is afraid that Pimento is a bit unhinged, but Jake is trying to reassure him that, you know what, that was Pimento a while ago. Pimento now is a good dude. So I don't know if that's true. This is super cool. They're trying to convince Rosa, Charles, Gina, and Amy that they have the best party. But Rosa's like, you know what? Let's do the 3 of them. So this is super cool. Everybody goes into the limousine. Pimento goes in and he's like, yo, somebody's trying to kill me. Which is true. People think he's crazy, but it is true. Now this is a really cool thing because with Amy you don't do bachelorette party, which means no stripper, no people that are underage are watching the show, they're not in trouble. And Pimento having somebody that's trying to kill him is okay because there's no strippers. So you're able to show somebody trying to kill you, but you're not able to show strippers. What is the world becoming? I don't know. Back in the 90s, that was the way it was done. So we got the whole thing. So this is super cool. We have the 3 parties. So Gina party is her cousin 13th birthday, and they shoot paintball on him. So this is kind of super freaking cool. Everybody thinks that Pimento is nuts, right? So they don't trust him. However, Pimento, there's a guy, and they stop him, and they find a picture of Pimento and a gun. So he was right. Rosa says, there's just super cool. Amy organized a Jeopardy, but it's about Rosa. Nobody knows Rosa. So for every wrong answer you have, it's a shot, which is a super cool idea. Super cool idea. Jake is super cool because he's like, we all been in love. We all been crazy over love. Pimento is just acting a little bit out, but we all been there, and people are done with that. People are understanding of Pimento, which is kind of cool because Jake does a super good job. Pimento was right. Somebody's trying to kill him. Everybody's saying sorry. Now they do the meetup, right? And he said that he wants a tongue. Now this is super cool because we got Tipsy Amy. Problem is we don't know how many shots she has. I'm gonna assume 4 because we know that Amy with 4, she's cocky. So she says to Charles. What she says to Charles? You gotta hear it. Alright, well, you're up. We're going to a restaurant, specifically the Petite Colon in small intestine. Because that's all they serve. Man, I'm broke. I'm never eat that. Not anyone else, which is why they shut it down. At this restaurant. Demolishing it. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, I wish Amy was like. Yeah, Amy, Gina is Rosa is insane. Oh no, I wanted to do this. This is my favorite part. Let's go. Look what Amy says. You wish. It makes me happy. It makes me happy. So they're demolishing the restaurant, which is Boyle's win because it was a favorite part of Rosa. They go in and they show the tongue, right? Which is super freaking cool because you end up knowing because they follow the guy and he ends up going to the FBI. So the FBI is against Pimento, and this is kind of nuts. So Pimento wants to play dead until they find a real culprit because what happened is the mafia has people inside the FBI, so they're untouchable. So because they think that Pimento is dead, this is his chance to really like work for undercover. You know, find out what they are without them always being after him. And this is cool because he calls Charles and say, "Where can I find veal tongue?" And then Charles receives a text and it's like, "Oh, the party for the boys is going well," which makes me laugh. So they leave. Everybody is. Jake breaks the news to Rosa, and she's really sad. Because they know that the guy is from FBI, so they can't really help him. So Jake tells Rosa, and this is really cool because Jake being the one to break the news, kind of like her best friend, and here, so I thought it was a cool idea. I thought it was a good, and it was well executed also. So shout out to that. Yeah, bish. What else? What else in the hood? He ends up being able to see Rosa for the last time, and she's super sad. She is very sad, and she's crying. And this is cool because this is real tears. And this is cool, but you know what? Because this is kind of saving the asses of Rosa. The relationship with Marcus, I never believed it and I never bought it. The relationship with... That was the only relationship that we saw. But still, this I believe it. This I buy it. She's very sad. And this is huge for Rosa. This is really huge for Rosa. Now we only have... Oh, this is...